Welcome back to the Organic Rose. Got my friend Umit with me today, and he's going to show us some really cool stuff and delicious as well. Talk to us about it.
Well, we're gonna make a Turkish lentil soup.
Okay.
It is proper because I'm Turkish, so it's my actually.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually one that I can claim some sort of authenticity and authority. I don't know how much, but some.
Will the soup have an accent?
Well, some kind of Turkish accent, yes. So this is a very simple soup, but it's so delicious.
Okay.
With a couple key ingredients. So let's start.
Do it.
I have a pot here getting warm up.
Okay.
Let's start with olive oil.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
Beautiful color.
Beautiful color. And then we have the stove on pretty hot.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with sauteing our onions. And garlic. I'm gonna slice some garlic
I can
fast.
do that if you
No,
want.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
You just want to use that knife, huh?
I want to use your knife, so a few more. Again, this is a simple soup, and
Okay.
you can make this like we're gonna make it today, completely vegan.
Okay.
But some people use bone broth, chicken broth.
Okay.
Of course, it brings an extra dimension. But
Right, right.
even with the plain old water, is great. Or you can use a vegetable stock, homemade or whatever.
Okay.
So we're gonna give it a little color on these, but not much. So the key point here, we have two different pastes, which is one's a tomato paste,
Okay.
one is a pepper paste.
Okay.
This is mild. You can find this pepper paste some of the specialty stores or grocery stores, but I get these mine from a like European market or Middle Eastern market. They have this pepper paste, and this is mild.
And that comes in a tube, right?
No, it comes in a,
In a
no,
tub?
it comes in a jar.
Okay.
It's a jar. I buy one jar. I use them all the time, but if I'm not gonna use, I keep them in the freezer. It stays a long time.
Okay.
So this is mild, but you can also get the spicy ones.
Okay.
So one key thing is that make sure you cook the paste, both pastes, pepper
Okay.
paste and the tomato paste. Cook it off a little bit, get all that raw tomato flavor. That's one key aspect. So
Okay.
you have to take your time in there, kind of saute it with the onions and garlic.
Okay.
It changes their texture. It makes a huge difference in the end.
I'll bet. And what do you have here?
That's gonna be the garnish in the end on
Okay.
top after the soup is done.
So what is it?
Well, we have a dry mint and sumac.
Tell me about sumac.
Well, sumac is a berries of a sumac tree, I guess, some kind of bush.
Okay.
And then they're dried out and widely used in Middle Eastern cooking. So it has a little bit of a tangy,
A little, almost like a tart.
citrus,
like
yeah,
citrus-
citrusy, tangy.
Yeah.
So that's gonna cook it down a little bit. We don't want to miss this step.
Okay.
And then all the tomato and pepper flavors comes out.
Okay.
At this point, we can add some salt.
All right.
Again, we'll taste it later, adjust the flavor as we go. And
That's
then
starting
here
to
we
look good.
have about a cup and a half lentils. They're
Okay.
soaked.
How long did you soak them for?
About 20 minutes again. We
Okay.
soak 20 minutes and drain it, get all the extra starch out of it.
Okay.
And they're already plumped, so it helps in the cooking process and makes it
Yeah, they look
faster.
nice.
Now you can smell the tomatoes coming out.
Yep. That's for sure.
Yeah, this step is the most crucial. You can flavor it with anything, as I said, the bone broths and chicken broths, vegetable broths. This step is
And when do you add the citrus to it?
citrus to it. We're gonna add on the end. So now it's getting on the bottom, and all the tomato and pepper aromas coming here. Now at this point, we're gonna add our lentils
Okay.
and give it a little bit more stir in that. coat them.
That's really smelling good in here, I'll tell you that.
So all the bottom is getting nice and crusty. Now, about a cup and a half of lentils, we're gonna use about 3 cups of water.
Okay.
And it's gonna cook down a little bit. When it cooks down, the color a little bit pales.
Okay.
Becomes a nice orangey color.
Uh-huh.
And then all the lentils dissolve. So there are 2 ways of doing it after when it's done. So we put the lentils in there. That's gonna needs to cook about like half an hour. All the
Okay.
lentils are nice and soft. After it's cooked, we can do 3 different ways. Either leave it like chunky,
Okay.
that's fine. But I like it smooth.
Okay.
You can strain it for fine mesh strainer and then scrape it, push it through.
Uh-huh.
Or like a hand blender that I have here, I use that. We blend them right in the pot, becomes smooth. Or you
Okay.
can use a food processor
Okay.
or a blender, any which way. So that's kind of like a personal choice.
These work really well. I've got one of these too, and it
Yeah.
just works out great.
That works good. About in 2 minutes, become nice and smooth. But in order to blend it, we have to do that once the lentils are fully cooked.
I got you.
Okay. So we're gonna let it simmer, and then we'll come and finish the.
So when is the chili oil?
So that's gonna be the garnish. When we put in a bowl,
Okay.
we're gonna be sprinkle some dry mint,
Okay.
sumac, and a little bit chili oil. Chili oil is again, you can make it on your own if you have a lot of chilies,
Which I do.
or you can purchase pre-made chili oils. A lot of the Asian stores have this, and this is some spice to it, so we don't need to add more pepper.
No.
So this is gonna come to a boil, simmer about 15-20 minutes. All the lentils be smooth, and then we're gonna blend it, and then you're gonna check the seasoning accordingly.
Okay.
So this soup is, to me, is good throughout the year, but especially winter time, because lentils are very good, very high in fiber, very nutritious, a lot of proteins in there, so you don't have to need the animal protein to go with it.
Right.
And these are also not only home cooking, but also restaurants are very popular too. Like lentils, a lot of kebab restaurants, they always have lentil soup. So you can start with a lentil soup and have a kebab to go with it. So this is stable over there, this red lentil soup.
And it's also good if you're on a limited or a tight food budget.
And it's very cheap. And
It's very inexpensive, and it fills you up.
yeah,
And,
especially
and
with
plus you get all the nourishment from it, right?
With a loaf of bread, usually it's a lunch or even dinner sometimes. I make it at home, big pot, and then lasts for a few days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have it for lunch or dinner.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe a little salad on the side. Yeah.
No, it's good.
Now it's coming to boil. We're gonna let it simmer. So turn on down the heat, and then it's gonna be thickened, blended, and ready to serve. And we'll check the seasoning. Okay, so Steve, our soup is done.
Okay.
After 20 minutes or so, all the lentils were smooth, and then I hand blended it with the blender.
Very nice.
And consistency, as you say,
That's beautiful.
nice consistency to
Yeah.
it. Not too thick, not too thin.
Right.
But if it is too thick, you can always add a little bit more water.
Okay. Okay.
So how about some taste?
Let's do it.
Let's taste. So I'm gonna garnish this 2 different ways. That's yours.
Okay.
With 2 different oils.
Very good.
So I'll do one with the chili oil.
Okay. Of course, mine.
You would like the chili oil?
Yep.
And I'll do one with the
Oh, look at how pretty that is.
Rose Ranch olive oil.
Okay.
I like chili oil too, but that's an option. Oh, there you go. Okay. And
So-
then I'm going to sprinkle with a little dry mint.
It's beautiful how both the oils, the hot oil, the chili oil, and the olive oil, they both float on the top
Yes, they do. Well, that's because of the consistency.
and the viscosity of
And also pouring style technique too.
it. Of course.
And a little bit of sumac. Again, you can put as much or as little as you like. I like
Okay.
a little bit more mint. You would
Okay.
like the chili oil one?
Yeah.
And then you
Okay.
can squeeze a lemon. The way I garnish it, but again, there's no rule about anything. You can do anything. You
So
can
a
put
little bit
into-
of lemon on it.
I like some lemon in it, stir it, and then dig it. Let's give it a test.
The consistency is perfect.
Yeah.
Are so good.
As close to my mom's as almost.
It's very good, and especially with this cold weather that we're having. It's perfect for that.
And this is, again, all vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free. These days, you know, those are the things
Yep.
that people look for.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
how's the chili oil? I'll try it with the chili oil.
Oh man, I can tell it's there. That's for sure. Thank you, Umit, so much for you being here and sharing with us and bringing your recipes and
It's my pleasure. It was great to be here today. Great to be here.
You definitely knocked the ball out of the park for sure.
We try.
You
try.
do for sure, but
We try.
now and
Thanks
just
for having me over.
well, our pleasure always. And just think of how many people that are watching the show now are going to take these ideas home, and hopefully they'll make it in their own kitchen and
Well, that's
spoil their family with all these
Yeah.
dishes. And
that's
what it's all about, right?
That's good for us.
Yeah, it is. That's very good for us.
Thank you.
well,
Thank
good.
you.
We'll see you next time then.
Next time, chef.
Catch you next time on The Organic Rose.
See you all.